Welcome to the webinar. You have entered as an attendee in listen-only mode.
Is allowed, valid. EMP @Hyderabad. @ symbol we have included inside the identifier. @ symbol is what their special symbol. So it is not possible here, no. So this we can understand is what their invalid. Next one is float sal in dollar. Dollar is valid or invalid? No. As except underscore symbol and dollar, all special symbols are not allowed. But dollar and underscore symbols are valid. Allowed here. Next one is what? After this, hash EADDR. Hash we have used here. So this is what they're invalid. It's not at all valid. Next one is here EMP dot email that we provided. So this also be invalid. In the identifier, it is not possible. In the identifier, it is not possible. Try to recognize this point clearly. All the Java identifiers are not allowing special symbols except underscore symbol and dollar symbol. Right, sir. This is the clear-cut information here we can understand now. Next one is after that, apart from this, all Java identifiers are not allowing, listen all of you know, all Java identifiers are not allowing keywords. Keywords must not be used as identifiers. We must not use any keyword as an identifier. Some examples here I'm telling you, observe carefully. Int A is equal to 10. Nothing, it's very clear. But at the same time, if we declare like what there, int break is equal to 10. The break is what there is a predefined word. It's a predefined keyword. Break is what there, a predefined keyword. If we provide int break is equal to 10, then it is wrong. Observe carefully. After that, say for example, int break is equal to 10 that I have taken here. Float something else, fur is equal to like what the 22.22f. Then float is okay, but f4 fur is what there? It's a loop actually. But it has a separate meaning. But we are trying to use that as a variable, so it's not possible. All right. Apart from this, then what we are able to provide there, string switch is equal to something else like what there, ABC. So like this here, if you understand all this now, there we are getting like what there, invalid cases. Now observe carefully. Now this is what there, valid. Into A is equal to 10, it's okay. A variable, it is not having any keyword. Now this is like what I'm telling here, the break. Break is a keyword that we should not use as what there, identifier. We must not use it as an identifier. So this is what there, invalid. After this, after completion of this, float fur is equal to 22.22f. What is this actually? This is not valid here. Why? Because it is invalid. Fur we are using, that fur is a predefined keyword. But we are using that as what there, a predefined word. Next one is what? After this, switch. It is also be like what there, invalid. Alright, sir. This is rule number 6, what we are getting. Now coming to the rule number 7, next rule. Guys, all of you are following the points, no? Simple points only. No difficulties in this content here. Simple conceptual, I'm giving all the points here now. Next one is all Java identifiers are not allowing primitive data types. All Java identifiers are not allowing primitive data types. Tell me first of all, what are the various primitive data types here? In Java, what are the various primitive data types we are having? Byte, short, int, long, float, double, boolean, char. These are like what are their primitive data types. Come again. Byte, short, int, long, float, double, boolean, char. 8 number of primitive data types here we are having. These are not allowed. These are not used as what their identifiers. Let's see some examples here. For example, now here I want to provide int a is equal to 10. Int float is equal to 20. Float long is equal to long double is equal to right. Now boolean char is equal to, also carefully, all these are invalid, but first one is only valid. Into a is equal to 10. A is a normal variable, so it is valid. But now into float. Now I'm taking this a float is a primitive data type actually that we are trying to take as what there an identifier. This is invalid. This is invalid. Next one is after that. Float long is equal to 22.22f. Again, long is the primitive data type that we are trying to use as what there like a variable identifier. So it is invalid. Now long double is equal to 456 dot something else, no? So it's also invalid. Next one is char. We have used as what there as an identifier, but it is not possible. Invalid. So these are about like what there primitive data types. We must not use these primitive data types as a identifiers. Got it or not? Right, sir. Next one. Eighth one is observe carefully. This is somewhat interesting point, but try to understand it clearly. In Java applications, we can use all predefined classes names and interfaces names as identifiers. Observe carefully. Primitive data types are not allowed as a identifiers. But what is allowed here? In Java applications, we can use all predefined classes names and interfaces names as what their identifiers. We can use them. Byte, short, int, long, float, double, boolean, char. They're not possible to use as what their identifier. Primitive data types. But user-defined data types. What are these user-defined data types actually? Predefined classes names, predefined interfaces names, and all these are like what there we can use them as what their identifiers. That is possible. But how? Now let us see this point clearly. With some rules and regulations actually. Try to understand the rules and regulations now. First of all, answer for my questions now. Then after that I will go for an example. In every programming language, not only in the case of Java, in every programming language, predefined library is available. Definitely the programming languages must provide some predefined library. Similarly in Java, predefined library is available. In Java, the complete predefined library is provided in the form of packages. The total predefined library is provided in the form of what their packages. Examples I'm telling to you, java.io is one package, java.util another package, java dot like what there net another package, and so on and so on. So many packages are available. Moreover, the default package in every programming language, that means in every Java file, is what there java.lang package. Like these packages are available inside the Java. Inside these packages only, the complete predefined library is available. Got it or not? All of you know. Okay, fine. For example, I'm telling to you, observe carefully. In two ways we can write the packages. Sorry, in two ways we can write the class names in Java programming. What are the two ways now? First one is what there? String, writing the string, it's a normal name. It's a normal name. But writing class name along with its package name is nothing but fully qualified name of the class. Is it? Tell me, I'm asking this question now. What is fully qualified name? Come on, what is fully qualified name? Writing classes names along with their package names. In Java, the total, all predefined classes are provided in the form of the packages only. These are the various packages here we are having inside the Java. So many packages are available. Just only 2 to 3 are listed here, but so many packages are available. Okay. But if you write a class normally, this is normal name, class name. But this is what their java.lang.string is what their fully qualified name. Say for example, listen carefully. Your all members are sitting in front of me. Okay. For example, if I access a name, if I call a name, like what there, Shiva, for example, if I call a name, Shiva, if only one Shiva is available, it's okay, well and good. That person will be responded for me. For example, if more than one Shiva is available, if more than one Shiva is available inside the class, two members must activate. That means two members must be responded for me. I get my point or not? Not like single member. Two members must be responded for me. But it's a confusion basically. But I need only one member. I need only one member, but two members are available with the same name. So, but how can I differentiate the two persons? Come on. Is it? I'm not getting it. Okay, order it may be. Exactly. Then we are going to use what their initial. Initial in the sense what their surname. Through surname only, we are able to differentiate the two members. For example, now, if I, instead of accessing that Shiva, I must access the name with what their surname. Then exact respective person will be identified for me. Am I right or not? Same thing I'm telling now. Fully qualified name is nothing but calling a class name along with its surname. Surname is what their package name. I get my point or not? But normal name is what there? It's a normal name only. If the class name is only unique, then it's okay, fine. If the class name contains multiple functionalities there, then which functionality, which purpose we are using there we have to use what there? Fully qualified name. Anyway, remember only one point. Remember only one point. What is that point here? Writing classes names along with the package name is called as what there? Fully qualified name. Right? Specifying that class with its a clear-cut address. Specifying that class with what there? A clear-cut path, a clear-cut address. There is nothing but what there? Fully qualified name. Okay, fine. Now let's move on to this point here. Now examples I'm telling to you. Keep this point in our mind. Fully qualified name. Okay. Now coming to the point here. What's the point here we are understanding there? In Java applications, we can use all predefined classes names and interfaces names as identifiers. Right or not? Okay, fine. See this example here. I want to prepare this example. All of you understand this example? Class test, public static void main, string array aux. In edit plus, I'm using edit plus. String is a predefined class, so that is visible in red color. The string predefined class is available in what color? Red color. Okay, fine. Int a is equal to 10 that I have taken. System output println of a. Let me save this D drive. Tester.java. CD, then full stack Java 830, CD Java 7, Java C space test.java. This is a compilation process. We are not having any error. Java space test. We are getting output is like what there. 10 is an output here we are getting. Okay, this is normal program. What we declared here now, int a is equal to 10, system output println of a. Understand it clearly. Here a is an identifier. In place of these identifiers, we can use predefined classes names. All Java predefined classes names there we can use. Say for example, I want to use what there exception. Exception is predefined class name. That exception predefined class name we are trying to use as what there integer. Now here we are using like what there exception. The same into value here we are trying to display through system.out.println. Okay. If it is right, definitely here we have to get output. Java C space test.java. Compiled successfully. Java space test. What is that output here we are getting there? 10. 10 is an output here we are getting. Got or not? So finally here, what's the point here I'm telling here? We can use all predefined classes names as identifiers inside the Java applications. This is one example. Here we can identify. Now the compilation process also we have given compilation and execution. Try to understand it clearly. Next example. See, the point is not completed here, but examples wise I'm showing that points. Now after that I will continue this conclusion there. Don't worry for it. Now example, this example. See, understand this now. For example, string str is equal to ABC. Any mistake in this declaration statement? String str is equal to ABC. Normal string variable declaration only. String is a class in Java that S must be what their capital. All classes names must use what their uppercase letters. Don't worry. I will give the rules and regulations again about this classes names and all. Okay, fine. String str is equal to what this one? ABC. Now system.out.println of str. I think we are not having any mistake here in this example. Directly we can use it Java C space test.java. Compiled successfully Java space test. We are getting output like what there ABC. This is normal. Okay, fine. Now observe carefully. All of you observe carefully. Now str is a variable, is an identifier. In place of it, I want to use a predefined class name. String is a predefined class name or not? Has predefined class name. The same string is the name I want to use. Str is what there? Is a variable, is an identifier. In place of it, I can use predefined class names. String is a class name directly I want to use. Even that value ABC, anything we can provide inside the double quotation for the value. In place of it, I want to use again what there string. In place of str, I'm going to use what there string. Anything wrong here? As per the rule, here we are able to declare an identifier as what there. We are able to use all predefined class names as identifiers or not. Previously, I have taken str. In place of str, I have taken what there string. In place of str, I have taken what there string. So that equation is like what there string is equal to string. String is equal to double quotation string. System.out.println of string. Let us check this clearly. Java C space test.java. Compiled successfully. We are not having any compilation error. Now it is successful compilation. Java space test. Now output here we are getting like what there? String. String is an output here we are getting. Right or not? So this is one example here. This is one example that we have to identify. Okay, now it is completed. Now let's see this compilation process also, compilation and execution process also. Right, sir. After this, after completion of this point here. Another example I'm telling to you, that definitely we are going to get compilation error. Observe carefully. In the next example I'm going to provide there we are going to get compilation error, put more concentration. For example, listen carefully. System is a predefined class name in Java. Int system is equal to 10. Anything is wrong here up to now? System is a predefined class name. I can declare that system as a predefined variable. So int system is equal to 10. System dot out dot println of system. Any mistake here? System dot out dot println of system. I declared system is what there integer. I'm trying to access that integer variable value. So value is what there, output what we are expecting there, 10 is an output here we are expecting. Now let me compile this one. Damn sure we are able to get compilation error. Java C space tester.java. Now there we are getting some compilation error. I'll give some reasons to you why we are getting compilation error. Observe carefully. Okay, first of all, let me conclude this point here. In Java applications, we can use all predefined classes names and interfaces names as a identifiers. Right or not? Now, let me complete the statement here. Let me complete the remaining parts here. If we declare any predefined class name as an identifier, with a particular data type, then we must use that predefined class name. Then we must use that predefined class name as the respective data type variable only. We must use that predefined class name as the respective data type variable only. It is not possible to use that predefined class name as its original class name, as like its original class name. Is it? Got my point here? Once if we declare the system as an integer variable, then that system name must be used as an integer variable only. Not possible to use like what? Its original class name system. The system name we must use as what there? Integer variable only. Not as like what there? Class name. If we use like as class name, then we are able to get compilation error. It is not possible to use that predefined class name as like its original class name. If we use that predefined class name as like original class name, like as a class, if we use the class name as a class, then the compiler will raise an error. Okay, see this one. Now I'm explaining this point here, why we are getting compilation error. Understand this point clearly, everybody. Now tell me, system is a predefined class name. That's why it is displayed in red color. But that class name I declared as what variable? Integer variable. The condition is what there? Once if we declare this system as an integer variable, in the remaining part of the program, we must use the system as a integer variable only. We must not use the system as like its original class. Okay. If we observe in the next line, how many times we have used the name system here? 2 times we have used there. Okay. Second time we have used system now that we used as a integer variable only. We are displaying that integer variable value. Up to that it's okay, no problem. Up to this, no issues for this. But when we come to the first time utilization of this system in the next line, system dot out. What we provided here? System dot out. Now here we are using the system as like what? Class name, not as like what? Integer variable. That means we are violating our rule or not? We are against to the rule or not? We declared the system name as a predefined, sorry, the system name as an integer variable, but in the next line we are trying to use the system as what? Original class name. There we are violating the rules and regulations of the Java or not? That's why we are getting compilation error. That is the reason why we are getting what there? Compilation error. Got my point clearly? Okay, fine. So now let me check this here. Errors here already we are getting. Now try to check this one. Java C space tester.java. Compilation error here we are getting. Okay. I will give some description about it. Now try to understand it clearly. Example code I given. The status is what there? Compilation error. The status is what there? Compilation error. Okay. But now observe carefully. In the same, I'm going to give the point here. Try to understand some what I'm telling there. Some solution for this problem. Okay. In the above context, if we want to use that predefined class name, as like its original class name, then we have to use its what? Fully qualified name. Then we have to use its a fully qualified name. Come again, what's the point I'm telling there? In the above context, if you want to use that predefined class name as like its original class name, then we have to use it's a fully qualified name. Right, sir? Let's see this one again. What is that fully qualified name? Example code here I'm telling to you. We know already system is a class which is available in java.lang package. Okay, java.like what there? Lang package. So instead of writing only system, if you write its fully qualified name, then that will be treated as a class name. Without writing fully qualified name, if you write a normal name system, that will be treated as what there? Integer variable. Observe carefully. What's the point I'm telling there? If you write the system along with its package name, then it is a fully qualified name. If you write fully qualified name here for the system class, then it will be treated as what their class name. Answer my point. If you write normal name, then it will be treated as what their integer variable. Now, this is system. I want to think as what their predefined class name. But this is system. I want to take it as what their integer variable. So wherever we want to write that class name as like a class, there we have to use what their fully qualified name. What is a fully qualified name for the system class? No, java.lang.system. Now we are not going to get any compilation error. We will not get any compilation error. Now check this one clearly. Java C space tester.java. I got any compilation error? No compilation error. Java space test. Now output is what there? 10. 10 is an output here we are getting. Understand the point here. So now observe carefully here what we are getting there. Now the point is like what we are getting there. Once we declare the system as an integer variable, in the remaining part of the program, the system will be treated as an integer variable only. You must not use that integer variable as like a class name. But still, I have a requirement to use class name. Then what we have to do there? What is the solution for it now? Solution for this is what there? After declaring the system name as an integer variable, still if you want to use that as a class name, there we have to use what there? Fully qualified name. If you use that fully qualified name here, now compile and JVM will think the system is like what there is a class name, but this system is like what there is an integer variable. Say for example, int a is equal to 10. A is equal to a plus 10, we are going to write or not? A is equal to a plus 1. Similarly, I want to write system is equal to system plus 10. System is equal to what we are writing there is system plus 10. What is this actually? A is equal to a plus 10 like this. Now tell me system dot out dot println of system. Tell me what is the status of this one? Come on, error, no error. Error, no error. Yes, definitely we are going to get what there? Error. Why we are getting error here? Why we are getting error here? Now here we are using the system as like what there? As a class name now. But without using fully qualified name here we are using. So definitely here we are getting compilation error. Let me check it. Now here we are getting what there? Compilation error. Java C space test.java. Now error we are getting there. Now what I am telling there, if you want to come out from this error, in place of this system here, exactly here, what we have to provide there? Fully qualified name. What is that fully qualified name? Now tell me. Java dot lang dot system dot out dot println system. That's okay, fine. Now definitely we are able to get output. Initial output is what there? 10 here. Next output is what there? 20. Why? Because system is equal to system plus 10. That means a is equal to a plus 10. Incrementation we provided up to 10 values. So definitely 20 is a value here we are able to get. Now let us check this clearly. Now this time we are not going to get any compilation error. Java C space tester.java, no compilation error. Java space tester. Now here we are getting no compilation error and output is what there? 10 or 20. Now tell me one more time. For example, if I provide system is equal to system plus 10 one more time. Then after that system dot out dot println of, here we are providing like what their system. Again now tell me what we are able to get now. Compilation error, no compilation error. Compilation error. Why we are getting compilation error here now? The system name we are using as what there, we are trying to use as what their class name. But if you want to use that class name, if you want to use the system as a class name, then what we have to provide there? We must use what? Fully qualified name. So java.lang.system, if we use, then only we are able to get the clarity clearly. Then only we are able to understand it now. All right, sir. Now observe carefully. Now we are not going to get any compilation error. Java C space tester.java compiled successfully. Java space tester. Now output values here we are getting like what there? 10, 20, 30. They are the values here we are getting clearly. That's it. Now this is an example. We can identify this. Other example. Now here compilation process and execution process also here we have to understand. So now let us read the point here. What I have given there clearly. What exactly the point here I have given there? Point number 8. Tell me guys, all of you now tell me. In Java applications, we can use all predefined classes names and interfaces names as identifiers. If we declare any predefined class name as an identifier with a particular data type, then we must use that predefined class name as the respective data type variable only. It is not possible to use that predefined class name as like its original class name. If we use that predefined class name as like the original class name, then the compiler will raise an error. But there we are having some solution. There we had some solution. What is that solution here we are getting there? Alright, sir. There we are getting some solution. What was the solution here we are getting there? In the above context, if you want to use that predefined class name as like its original class name, then what is the solution? No. Then we have to use what? It's a fully qualified name. Then we have to use what there? It's a fully qualified name. If we use that fully qualified name, there we are not going to get any compilation error. The same thing here we have done. I declared system as an integer variable. Actually, system is a predefined class name in Java. I declared the system as a predefined integer variable. In the remaining part of the program, wherever we want to use system as an integer variable, directly we can use it. Wherever we want to use the system as a class name, there we have to use what there? Fully qualified name. Now system.out.println in the sense, here the system is what there? Class name. So I must use what there? Java.lang.system. But the system is what there? Integer variable that we have used it. The same thing we applied for what there? For the remaining cases also. Wherever we want to use the system as what there? Predefined class name, there directly we can use it. Wherever we want to use the system as an integer variable, there directly we can use what there? Only system can. That's it. By that we are able to solve our problem. So no compilation error, and output here we are able to get like what there? 10, 20, 30. They are the outputs here we are getting clearly. All of you are getting it or not? So overall, these are the rules and regulations. These are the rules and regulations to declare what their identifiers. Whatever the points here we are having, almost all the points here I discussed with you clearly. Just one time I want to rewind all the points. No, try to understand this clearly. One time I want to give rewind of all these points here. Now try to recognize these points. No, observe carefully. Right, sir. So very simple. Then no need to think about any point is different. No, nothing. Every point is very simple. Try to understand it clearly. To provide identifiers to the programming elements, we have to use the following rules and regulations. Rule number one. What is the rule number one? No. All Java identifiers must not start with a number. Java identifiers may start with an alphabet, underscore symbol, or dollar symbol, but the subsequent symbols may be a number, underscore symbol, and a dollar symbol. Next one is what there? Identifiers must not allow spaces in the middle. Here we provided some spaces there. There we are getting invalid. No spaces, valid here. No. Identifiers must not be duplicated in the same scope, but identifiers may be duplicated in two different scopes. And almost all half an hour time I consumed yesterday about this particular point. I given each and every point clearly. What is local scope? What is class level scope? All the points are given there. Then after that, then what I've given there after completion of this no, then how duplicates are not allowed in the same scope, how duplicates are allowed in the different scopes. Already the points are given there. But anyway, once again, I'm telling to you, observe carefully. So here, if we declare any variable inside a method, if we declare any variable inside a method, then that variable is what their local variable. That variable will have scope up to that method only. That variable is not available outside of that method. If you observe this, J variable is a local variable here inside this example. J variable is available up to this M1 method. But if we access the J variable inside this M2 method, there we are getting error. Why? Because J variable is up to what method here? M1 method. But we are trying to access in what method here? No, M2 method. No. Sir, all of you are okay? Everybody is okay? Then I think there is a World Cup match today, right? What about your prediction? Definitely, you have to say India only, right? You don't have any alternative. Otherwise, it's a crime in India, right? Now, at present, today. If anybody else is saying that, no, New Zealand will win the match, no, it will be crime. Everybody will attack him maximum, right? Situations are going on like that. Right, sir. How many of you are able to play the game? Cricket. Are able to play cricket? Any of you are there? Maybe Ranji players or maybe at least district level. Any of you are available? Then who are you? Like raise your hands. And achievements. What about that level? At what level you played there? Huh? Mandal. Nice, good. Mandal level. Good, sir. Mandal level. Okay, fine. That is Mandal level in the sense I'm not getting. That is schools, might be in the schools level, outside of the schools. No? Okay, good, nice. Yeah, that will be okay. Right, sir. Fine. But anyway, I hope so. This World Cup, maybe India will win. Maximum, we are thinking about it, right? But the cricket, the game is going on, right? The cricket, we can't expect anything. We can't expect anything. Just think of it. One best example. Initial moment of this World Cup, what is the position of the Australia? Hmm? Almost at bottom stage. Now, what is the position of the Australia? Maybe in every team is thinking about it. Australia again may get that World Cup. Understand it now? But of course, Indians are playing very good. Unfortunate thing in Indian team is what that this time, before this World Cup also be, see in general, in Indian team, what is going to be happen, almost all main players are like what there, 2 to 3 batsmen and 2 to 3 bowlers are main players. One or two all-rounders, but when they will hit the ball, when they will not hit the ball, we don't know. That's an air only we can understand. Okay. Previously, in the previous matches, when bowlers are in form, batters are not in form. When batters are in form, bowlers are not in form. Because of that reason, some matches we used to get, some other matches we are not. We are losing that matches. That's okay. That we have seen already. But unfortunate thing is what there in this World Cup in Indian team, batters and bowlers both are in form. At a time they are getting form. That's the problem. That's why every match they are trying to get it. Bowlers are in good track. Batters are also in good contact with the ball. So because of that reason, batters are playing well, bowlers are playing well. See, understand it. The pitch is very same. When Indian batters are playing, that means as a first batting there, they are getting almost a minimum 300 runs. In the same pitch, the second batting is for some other country opponent. No, when they are batting, no, they are going to be closer within 100 runs only. That means the greatness of what like what their bowlers. The situations are going on that, but how much they are going to continue their form up to the next 2 more matches? If they are continuing, no, definitely they'll achieve it. In the case, maybe in today's match itself, it is a close. It might be that form is if they lost the form there, the situation is going to be different. Okay, but anyway, but the advantage is what there. That World Cup is going on in Indian pitches. So every Indian cricketer, that means cricket in the sense the players, those who are in the team at present, they knows very well about their pitches. Understand it now? Because of maybe IPL. IPL impact is going on very well. Arya, previously, when I was in my BTech, actually, when I was in my BTech, when we observe the cricket matches, the scores are 270, 280, 300 is max score. Once if any team is getting 300 runs, no, it's very clear that single side win, the team will get that match. 300 is a mark. But now it's going on like 400 now. 400. Maybe in the next World Cup, how much it will be like. Right, sir. The stories are going on like that. But anyway, hope so. India will win these matches. These next 2 more matches, right? One player is there in Indian cricket team, but he is not having the exact time. Otherwise, he will be a dangerous player. Can you guess it? Who is that player? One player is there, but he is not having exact time. Not having exact time, but he can show his performance effectively. No? Surya Kumar Yadav. Still, right, that effective performance is not there up to now. But in 2 matches, remaining 2 matches, if he is there in the team, maybe definitely on one match will be this person match only. But everybody is waiting for it. Yeah, I can observe it. What I observe there, when matches are going, Rohit Sharma is okay, but Rehan is not available, sir, in the team. Rohit Sharma is already in a good form, is a superb form. Rohit Sharma and Kohli, these are in a very good form. Shreyas Iyer nowadays might be another player. He's also playing very well. But these play is at one side. But when it comes to Surya Kumar Yadav, that style, that batting style, that approach and everything is different. But if he stand for a 10 overs match there, that's finished. Their entire thing is going to be changed. Right, sir? Then what is going to be happen? We don't know about it. Fine. Now anyway, then coming to our point here. Listen carefully. So the point is what? What I'm telling to you, class level scope and local scope. If you have to this, J variable I declared inside what method here? M1 method. J variable we declared inside what there? M1 method. So this is local variable. It will have the scope up to M1 method only. It will not have scope in outside of the M1 method. If you're trying to access the J variable inside this M2 method, there we are getting what their error. Why? Because J variable is available inside what method? M1 method only. Declared inside M1 method only. It will have scope up to M1 method only. It is not having scope in M2 method. Not possible to access J variable inside this M2 method. If you are trying to access it, there we are getting what their error we are getting. Fine. Similarly, K variable is what their local variable. Declared in which method? M2 method. So it will have scope up to M2 method only. It is not available to outside of the M2 method. But if you are trying to access that K variable inside this M1 method, there we are getting compilation error. So we are understanding clearly local variable. Okay, fine. But I variable is what? I variable is what? Class level variable. If I variable is a class level variable, it will have scope in all methods of the respective class. So we can access this I variable inside this M1 method. We can access I variable inside the M2 method. So because of that reason, SOP of I here, no error. SOP of I here, no error here. So that's the difference between class level variable and a local variable. Then after that, what is the point here I said to you? What is the point here I said to you? Identifiers must not be duplicated in the same scope, but identifiers may be duplicated in two different scopes here. So now class level scope and local scope here we understood clearly. Now coming to the duplicate point here. Into I is equal to 10 I declared at class level. At the same class level, you should not declare the I variable again. In the local scope, we can declare the I variable, no problem. That's why float I is equal to 22.22 of error we are getting. Why? Because already I declared I variable as what there integer. Again, we should not declare the I variable as what there, like what there in float or maybe any other data. We should not declare the I variable again. But if we declare that, we are getting what there error. But we can declare the I variable inside the M1 method in the local scope. Same I variable is declared here. But again, we can declare the I variable here in the local. Why? Because in two different scopes, we can duplicate the identifier. This is a punch here. Okay, Cessna outed println of I. First priority is coming for what? Local variable. So output is coming for what there? 30. 30 is an output here we are getting. Into J is equal to 20. Local variable I declared. In the same local scope, we should not declare the J variable again. If you're trying to declare the J variable again, what we are getting there? Error we are getting. But we can declare the J variable as at which level there? Class level. I get my point or not? Altogether, what is the point here I'm telling to you? Within the same scope, must not like what I'm telling there, you must not duplicate the identifiers, but in two different scopes, we can duplicate the identifiers now. That is a simple point here I said to you clearly. Okay, fine. All the Java identifiers are not allowing operators, right? Plus, minus, slash, not allowed. All the Java identifiers are not allowing spaces. That means special symbols except underscore and dollar symbol. Underscore symbol is valid. At the rate is not valid. Dollar is valid. Hash is not valid. Dot is not valid. All the Java identifiers are not allowing keywords. You should not use a keyword as an identifier. Break is not allowed here. For is not allowed here. Switch is not allowed here. You should not use all primitive data types as a identifiers now. Right, so float is not allowed, long is not allowed, double is not allowed, carry is not allowed. Right, now the point is 8th point. Just now I explained the total point here. In Java applications, we can use all predefined classes names and interfaces names as identifiers. If we declare any predefined class name as an identifier with the particular data type, then we must use that predefined class name as the respective data type variable only. We must not use that predefined class name as like its original class name. Understand my point here? If you're trying to use the class name as original class name, then a compiler will raise an error. In this particular context, in the above context, if you want to use that predefined class name as like original class name, there we have to use what their fully qualified name. There we have to use what their fully qualified name. All right, sir. Now here we are getting like what their int exception is equal to 10. System not out at window exception, no problem. Right, it's valid. Next one is what is string. String is equal to string. System not out at bundle of string. Here also we are not getting any problem with this one. Into system is equal to 10. Okay, system is declared as an integer variable. In the remaining part of the program, we must use the system as what their integer variable only. But here what we are using there, the system we are trying to use as what their class name. Their compilation error here we are getting. Next one is what there. If you want to use the system as a predefined class name there, There we have to use fully qualified name. Now we are using what there fully qualified name. And the system is equal to 10 java.lang.system. Now we have used it. Now we have used it as what there fully qualified name. Okay, system java.lang.system.out.println system. This system is what there variable. This system is what there class name. Again here system is equal to system plus 10. That means variable is equal to variable plus 10. Incrementation we have done it. Now this system is what their fully qualified name. This system is what their normal integer variable. Like this, here we are getting the data directly. Right, sir? Now these are the various points here we understood. Rules and regulations of this identifies, that part here we understood clearly. Now let's move to the next point here. I'll have listen carefully. Along with the above rules and regulations, Java has provided the following suggestions to declare the identifiers in Java applications. What are the various suggestions which are provided by Java? No, listen, all of you listen carefully. First of all, I want to show with an example. Later I will give that point. String xxx is equal to abc123. String ACCNO is equal to ABC123. Guys, observe carefully. String XXX is equal to ABC123. String ACCNO is equal to ABC123. Which one is meaningful now? Tell me. Do you have any meaning for this XXX in programming? No. But we can easily recognize this ACCNO. That means which one is giving meaning for us? Which one is more readable? But both are valid in the point of syntaxes. In the point of syntaxes, both are valid. But which one is suggestible? Which one is not suggestible? This is not suggestible. But this is suggestible. Why? Because here the point is what there. In Java applications, it is suggestible to provide all the identifiers with a particular meaning. That is what I am expecting there. Meaningful identifiers. A, B, C, X, Y, Z, A, B, C. They are not giving any particular meaning. ACCNO is giving a meaning. ENO is giving a meaning. EADDR is giving a meaning. Got it or not? So in that way, we have to provide identifiers in Java applications. But remember, these are the suggestions only. If you write this statement in my Java program, still it is valid. No compilation error. Program will be executed. Output also here we are able to get. But not suggestible. Only not suggestible. The second one is what? Suggestible. Only recommendations that Java has provided there. Whether you want to follow them, it's okay, well and good. If you don't want to follow them, still it is okay, acceptable. But the point is what? Must follow. We have to follow. Java has given a set of conventions. That conventions here we have to follow, being the Java developer. Fine. This is the very first point here we have to understand now. Come to the second one here. All of you observe carefully. Now tell me, which one is easy to understand? Second one or first one? Second one. Even the first one we have written totally, but user cannot read it easily. User have to spend some time to read the statement. Get my point or not? So now the point here, what I am telling to you, this first one is not suggestible, and the second one is what there suggestible. So, but the point here, what I am telling here, in Java applications, There is no length restrictions. There is no length restrictions for the identifiers. We can write identifiers with any length, but it is suggestible. But it is suggestible to write identifiers up to around 10 symbols. It is suggestible to write identifiers with the length up to around 10 symbols. Sir, all of you get my point or not? Now, example here I'm telling there. Now, this one, like what I'm telling to you, temporary employee address is equal to Hyderabad, not suggestible. Temp EMP ADD is equal to Hyderabad, then it is what there? Suggestible. Is that good or not? But no, there is no length restriction. We can write identifiers with any length, but not suggestible. But around 10 symbols, 1 or 2 symbols less or more, no problem here. Around 10 symbols or less than 10 symbols, that up to around 10 symbols are suggestible. Maybe with the 5 symbols also we can write it now. With the 10 symbols also we can write. With the 12 symbols also we can write. But more than that, not suggestible. That's my point here. Why? Because up to 10 symbols, that human being can read it easily. But more than that, definitely we have to put some time to understand that what. So because of that reason, the first one is not readable, but second one is what there? Good readable. Readability is available here clearly. Right, sir. That's okay, fine. This is second point. Now, point number 3. All of you observe carefully. String temp EMP ADDR is equal to Hyderabad. That we have taken. String temp EMP ADDR is equal to Hyderabad. Now tell me, which one is easy to read? Which one is easy to read? First one or second one? Easiness. Easiness we are going to see. Just by seeing both, easily we can identify this. Which one is easy for us to understand? Second one is easy to understand. Got my point or not? So, in the relative comparison, in this relative comparison, this is suggestible. But in this relative comparison, now this is not suggestible. Okay, but this is like what there? This is suggestible. Here the point is like what? What I'm telling to you. Right, sir. In Java applications, if I have multiple words in a single identifier, then it is suggestible to separate the multiple words with the special notations like underscore symbols. If you have multiple words in a single identifier, it is suggestible to separate the multiple words with the special notations like what there? Underscore symbols. Now here no underscore symbols, but here we provide underscore symbols. It's easy to understand. That identifier is very simple to understand for us. But this is what there, when compared with this one, this we have to put some time. But in the previous cases, no, if you observe these two things, this is suggestible. Why? Because it's simple and short. But here, when compared with this one, this is somewhat better to understand it clearly. We are not going to put much time to understand that identifier. So that's why here we are getting this particular suggestion. Right, so these are overall suggestions what we are getting clearly. So overall rules and regulations and 3 suggestions here we are getting. So this is the total story about like what their identifiers inside the Java. Mr. Alifer, get my point or not? Identifiers topic we completed clearly. Right. Finally, I have a question now. This is an assignment for you. Now try to find solution before come for tomorrow's class now. There is a question. What is that question here? What is the difference between a variable and an identifier? Both are not same. Sure. What is the difference between a variable and an identifier? There is an answer for it. We have to find this answer. Okay, that's it. I will discuss about this point on tomorrow at same morning, that is 7 to 8:30 class. Then after that, tomorrow I will start directly. The topic is what their literals. In tokens part, identifiers only we completed. Next literals we have to complete. After that, keywords and reserved words we have to complete. Next one is operators. That part we have to complete. If we complete the tokens and only tokens, we have an exam. We have to appear for that exam on only tokens. Okay. Then after that, we'll move forward. Data types and typecasting and all the concepts there clearly. So first of all, we are going to understand it. If we need to complete this question, then after that we have to move forward to what there, like what there literals. These literals concepts we have to understand. Okay. Right. So then take few minutes break. Then come back for what there object orientation class at 8:30 to 10 o'clock. Within few days of time, we are going to attend for what there 10 to 11:30 classes also. Please remember the schedule, everybody. So just take few minutes break and come back for what there. Come back to the 8:30 class for object orientation. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Yeah. Then Purna, just you can maintain it. Just I'm going to share that key to you. Try to check yourself how many marks you got there. I think already got the key also from Durga right? Yeah, try to evaluate it. What marks here we what answers we are given there. Already we submitted key, ma'am, for all the members. Okay, then if you are not getting that key, just one time contact with our admin person there. Then as a Nagendra is there already in this number. Just send a message to him. Then he will share that key with you. Okay, I think so. It might be missed there. This okay. Send this message to this number. Then they will share with you. Okay. Thank you. Thank you guys. Thanks a lot.